What's up, everybody? I'm John.
I'm Isaac.
And on today's episode of Cars and Cameras, we're installing a 190cc 5-speed high-performance engine on Ike's new-to-him Honda Trail 70. Tell us more about it, man.
A buddy of mine, Tyler, sold me the bike. It's a 1972 K1. He did a beautiful job powder coating it and putting some really cool decals on it, and just kind of lost interest. So thank you, Tyler.
And in North Carolina, you can apply to get a title for a vehicle that originally may have come with one, but it got lost over the years, like in this case. But in order to apply for a title, someone from the DMV needs to come over and check it out, take photos of it, take photos of the VIN number, send it off to Raleigh to double check, make sure it was never stolen. But the bikes need to be complete, or mostly complete. The DMV guy is on his way over here right now to look at my bike, which is ready to go, ready for the title application process. Ike's, we need to throw together real quick so we can kind of get them both going at the same time. You ready?
Yeah, man.
Let's hit it. We're gonna start engine first and then wheels on this build.
Yep.
And we get a lot of questions from people about these style engines. It originally came with a 70cc. This is a 190, and it fits right in the chassis.
Dude, no trimming.
That's awesome. I actually had to trim the engine case on mine just a little bit to get it to fit. But so the engine displacement vary greatly, but the holes in which you mount it to the chassis, those are all the same, from 50 all the way up to 190 or even the 212 big bores. So that's awesome. Let's drop some bolts in it.
Yep.
And yeah, these things go together real quick.
Yeah. Okay, guys, a quick tip for y'all. Anytime y'all pick up a Trail 70, Z50, mini bike, or go-kart, and you're gonna do some crazy fast speed with it, it's always a good idea to replace the wheel bearings, because let's face it, you don't want one of these things failing on you when you're out doing 50, 60 miles per hour. So safety first, guys, get your wheel bearings.
It is quite nasty, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Just doesn't want to dig in anywhere.
I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't feel horrible.
Earlier it didn't feel great.
Must have been all that hammering freed it up, man. Yeah, basically, if you're gonna be doing long distance on something like this, on a bike like that, you need to be replacing these right here.
I've never seen the punch go through the barrier.
Oh, goodness.
That one's definitely no good anymore. Yep. Hey, let's put the kickstand down.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm into it. You were up late last night, weren't you?
I was up all hours of the night trying to get this thing together to get it inspected, and came pretty close to getting it done. But I guess I'm glad I didn't. Well, I don't know about not glad getting it done. I wish I had gotten it done, but the inspector had other things to do and didn't come by and check out the bike.
Yeah, he said he'll do it this week, but we're still missing a couple parts like wiring harness, clutch cable, little here and there things, but I think it's good enough to get inspected.
Yeah, it's right there, dude.
And it's looking great.
Thanks, man. I even have the exhaust on it. I was just starting to put a chain on it when you got here. So the last things are this chain, which will be done in a few minutes. Air filter. The fuel's hooked up. The exhaust is hooked up.
Clutch cable, brake cable.
Brake cable. I have the rear brakes.
Sweet.
So it's right there.
Yep. So we ordered you a wiring harness and some of the other odds and ends we need.
Thank you.
So we will see you once we get all those parts in. We can take it for a ride. It's been a few weeks since we've seen you. We've been waiting on parts on Ike's white Trail 70 restoration job we're doing here. We have a wiring harness, we have a new exhaust, all kinds of new shiny bits we're going to be throwing on this thing, and hopefully by the end of the day, we'll be driving it down the road. Riding it down the road. They'll know what I mean.
So we put a couple hours in this thing yesterday, figuring out the wiring harness and stuff, and now that we got that figured out, we're going to install a different tail light. I'm going to get the front headlight working, and what do y'all think of that new exhaust? That is a factory looking high flow exhaust, and I think I'm going to love it. I can't wait to hear it. So I'm thinking in the next, I don't know, hour or so, we'll be able to hear it run. But before we hear it run, we have to hook up the oil cooler. We have to make a bracket off the front and hang that cooler. Otherwise, I'm going to be pumping oil all over the floor, and we don't want that.
Sounds good. So I can tackle oil cooler while you keep on trucking on that wiring.
Okay.
That looks good, man.
Oh, I gotta clean up all these corners. I can do that with the grinder because this is not a grinder. So yeah, cool this thing off, and then I can go ahead and cut those off, and then the rest of them is rounding the corners off, making it look pretty.
Exactly.
Throw some paint to it.
And then bolt it up.
Yeah, man.
So we wheeled the bike over to the other shop here, and we are getting so close.
So close, buddy.
So we just need to mount the oil cooler bracket on, which is painted. Looks great.
Thank you.
And just a chain guard, right?
Chain guard, yep. Oh, and we have to hook these lines up to the cooler.
Yep. But we are right there.
So close. Oh, wow, that feels pretty good, dude.
Nice and solid.
Pretty solid.
Excellent. I guess, time will tell, but
yeah,
it's a good start.
All right, cool. The reflector hits that rather than the paint. The reflector hits that rather than the paint.
Nice nice steering stops you got there.
Yeah. I got to move the thing over a little bit.
Is that it, man?
Let's add a little bit extra oil to it. And some gasoline.
Let's see what happens.
See what happens.
Man, I just want to say before we fired up, it looks awesome. I know this was a little bit of a mishmash build out of parts we had laying around, but I think it visually, aesthetically, it looks amazing.
It's not too bad. The only problem I have with it, which I will fix later, is this exhaust pipe is poking out a little far, and I don't think there's much we can do about it because this exhaust wasn't even designed for a 190.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
First fill up.
Yep, never before have we had items like that battery cover. They're usually like long gone by the time we get our hands on these Trail 70s.
right, dude. Ooh, I need to tighten that up some.
Dang, that's a nice light.
It's the brightest one I've seen.
Nice. That sounds good.
Light went out.
Oh, the light died?
Sounds really good. Yeah. Got a leak?
Got a leak.
Right
Got
there.
a leak. I wonder if those
They're not tight.
yeah, those frickin' shop gnomes forgot to tighten that thing up again. Maybe it's coming from
Hot exhaust might be hot.
yeah, exhaust a little warm. That's fuel right there. It's coming out of this tube, which isn't even supposed to have fuel in it. It's coming.
It's probably running down now.
Yeah, it's running down the
Well, I see
backside
where
of the
it's running
engine.
down here.
It's running down the backside of
It's
the
running
engine.
down here. So it's
Okay.
up high here, and it's running down the frame. I think the tank might be
Compromised?
maybe.
Oh man, yeah, that's a bad leak, bro.
Man, you got a lighter or something so I can... I'm kidding. Do you have... Where's the flashlight? It's up high here.
Is the leak fixed?
No.
Cool.
Here we go. Let me try this gear. It rolls.
Oh, it's just the oil burning off, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, man, the smoke's coming from the wrong place. Way to break it in, bud.
Way to break it in. This thing is awesome.
That was so cool.
Was it?
Yeah, way to break in the new shop, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, you know what? When you break in an engine like that, you just kind of figure out what you need to tune a little faster. So we're being more efficient if you really think about it.
Okay.
For example, you have fuel pouring out from seemingly every orifice in the fuel tank. And your headlight blew out. So
Yeah.
it stopped leaking after we, during dinner. So I'm guessing it ran out of gas.
I kind of put a lot in it.
It was leaking pretty quick is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
I'm going to look into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, yeah, going to clean up the oil mess, and I guess I'll tighten up the hoses a little bit more. Or the banjo fittings. Yeah. First impression of the bike, though, I love it.
Yeah, dude.
I love it.
I think the 190 is where it's at.
Well, we'll find out. We'll
On the
find
road
out
test?
if that's where it's at, especially with fuel mileage.
Starting with the headlight, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to bet you that's a 6-volt bulb.
I bet it is too, because
It was so bright.
it was real bright. Oh goodness, it's one of these. Man, it looks alright. Oh yeah, it's burnout. Is it six? Look at that, 6 volt.
Bummer. And the problem is, right, like that bulb or that housing is part of the bulb, right? So you can't just go to the parts store and grab a new bulb unless you kind of modify it.
It's what I did with my the
Yellow one.
yellow one, and
The headlight doesn't work
light
where the
does not
poo-poo.
project It's got a bright white light, but it doesn't project it very far.
It's good for like you being visible to other vehicles, but it's not good for.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's like when you're like, when you see me coming, it's bright.
Yeah.
Even during the daylight.
But it doesn't do anything for.
Not at night.
Your visibility. Yeah.
Nope. Dang it, Bobby.
I bet you that old plastic tank just split or something.
Yeah. Alright, somewhere I have my flashlight.
You know how you have your normal and reserve circuits or whatever?
Yeah.
What if like somehow the normal one got unplugged from the tank whenever you put it in, and so it wasn't completely gushing out.
No.
So I wonder if it has a split in it at a certain point.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna have to disconnect these lines though. Ooh, dude. Not bad.
Perfect fit?
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, dude,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
leaking from the petcock, yep.
Well, let's get over here. I'm gonna put this right here to catch any coming from the hoses. Yep. Wait a minute. Oh look, there it is. Right there. Right where my thumb is. You ready?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you got parts bikes for days, bro.
I don't know.
That means cleaning out a tank, though.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta say, that's a bummer about your fuel tank.
It is what it is, dude.
Yeah, so we're gonna go online and order you a new one.
Okay.
Because we have more laying around, but they're rusty, crusty, and it's a brand new engine, brand new carburetor. So we'll just get a reproduction one for you.
Won't argue with you there, buddy.
But dude, I think this restoration assembly, I don't even know what to call it, but I think your bike turned out awesome.
Thanks, man. I wouldn't call it a restoration because it started as a restoration from someone else. And then I got it and we just kind of threw it together with old parts.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's just not about getting it perfect, it's about getting it going.
Yeah.
So, and that's this case, and dude, what a heck of a burnout.
Thanks. That's
Legendary.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
So everybody, be sure to check Isaac out here at Isaac It'll Be Fine on Instagram and YouTube. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and let us know in the comments what else you want to see Trail 70 content-wise. Facebook and Instagram at Cars and Cameras Reviews. Just kidding. Instagram at John_Cars and Cameras. If you want to help support our future episodes and builds, visit our website, cars-cameras.com, and pick up one of our t-shirts, one of our stickers, one of our pins, or one of our hats. Thanks for watching again, and we will catch you next time.
Second gear. That was so cool.